The industry. When you tell people you're entering the film industry, in whatever form it may be, whether it's as a researcher on a daytime TV series or a scriptwriter for a popular TV series, you'll often hear the same thing. The film industry is a fickle one, or something like that. To give them credit, they're certainly right. There's no arguing that. But does it mean you shouldn't push for a career in the industry? Definitely not. Go out and achieve your dreams, no matter what they are. So, what exactly is this fickle industry all about? Let's take a look. The first and obvious answer that most people with good, honest souls will think of is the vision. The film industry is all about getting your message out there in a creative way that is well received, or at least it should be. In theory, it's all about the idea. It's all about the good reviews and making sure the audience you were trying to appeal to get the point of your film and enjoy it. But there's so much more to it than that. Unfortunately, it all boils down to, you guessed it, money. Budget and projected box office earnings are everything in mainstream cinema. Reviews and general audience reception, not so much. When it comes to larger productions, where hundreds of people can be involved in the production of a film at any given time, it's easy to see why projected box office figures mean everything to big studios. They need to be making profitable films in order to flourish. Too many box office flops can cripple any film studio. So, with the industry as it is, it's more important than ever to not only consider your idea, but think of it as somebody in business. Is your idea profitable? Does it have franchise potential? Who are the target audience? Why would your target audience want to watch this film? Why would anybody want to watch this film? What do you do with your film that hasn't been done in previous works within the same genre? What inspired your film? Is it too close to the story that inspired it? Too many questions for you? That's only the start. Unfortunately, though it's so easy to simply think of the film industry from a creative standpoint, you need to put on your business hat throughout the entire creative process, thinking about how and why your film could fly. Why people would bother to go and see it, for instance. Business and creativity go hand in hand in the film industry. It's important to understand that before you even begin to think about the script. And when money is so important in the film industry, you've got to consider those people higher up, particularly in Hollywood, are willing to make drastic decisions in order to get the job done for the price they want to pay, ensuring they have the best chance of hitting those high box office numbers. Hence, why people say the film industry is a fickle one. The ever-changing nature of the industry, including the ever-shifting job roles, directors given the boot from certain projects, and the frequent feelings of betrayal, all validate the fickle arguments. But this is bound to happen when money is the main concern. Money makes the world go round, and it certainly keeps the film industry afloat. See, it would be rare to find someone in any position of power in the film industry that's agenda wasn't to make money. But what about the film industry in relation to independent filmmaking? Firstly, be prepared for stiff competition. Mainstream culture and viewing habits are hard to change, so don't go into the independent filmmaking business expecting to be recognized immediately for your talent. Certainly don't expect audiences to flock to your film over Fast and Furious 9 either, as it just won't happen. Indie films are a whole other beast. It's unlikely you'll ever have the budget to tackle a mainstream blockbuster during your independent filmmaking career. But this is your opportunity to stand out, showing why you're better than those corny action flicks. The industry is ever-changing. We can almost guarantee that if you were to read this book 10 years after its publication date, that something will have changed. But ride the beast we call the film industry for as long as you can, and make your message as strong as you can. That's how to handle the film industry. Inspiration. As a filmmaker, you'll likely draw inspiration from many other filmmakers, writers, speakers, music, and life itself. Inspiration can be found in so many ways, and you'll probably notice that there are things that you are inspired by that didn't even make it into our very condensed list. Whether you're inspired by your favorite director's first feature film, or you're inspired by your writer's first big break on television, we all have something we can turn to that motivates us, usually because someone or a group of people have shown determination in the face of adversity. Many find it useful to draw inspiration from several artists within the genres they're most interested in, For instance, let's say you like science fiction. You may draw inspiration from Steven Spielberg for his work on many projects from E.T. to Ready Player One, Joss Whedon for his work on Firefly, and Ridley Scott for Alien and Blade Runner. Broadening your horizons and opening yourself up to many interpretations within the genres you're looking to work in is useful. It allows you to think more creatively and see exactly what other people have already done, so you can approach ways of doing it better. In this chapter, we want to give you some words of wisdom from some of the great creative minds throughout history, hoping to further inspire you as you make your journey in the world of independent filmmaking. Pick up a camera. Shoot something. No matter how small, no matter how cheesy, no matter whether your friends and your sister star in it. Put your name on it as a director. Now you're a director. Everything after that, you're just negotiating your budget and your fee. James Cameron. When given an opportunity, deliver excellence and never quit. Robert Rodriguez. The saddest journey in the world is one that follows a precise itinerary. Then you're not a traveler, you're a fucking tourist. Guillermo del Toro. We don't make movies to make money. We make money to make more movies. Walt Disney. Film is, to me, just unimportant, but people are very important. John Cassavetes. Let me just pause a minute and drink in this moment. And if you film it, I'll be able to get free refills for life. Jared Kintz. Cinema is a matter of what's in the frame and what's out. Martin Scorsese. There are no rules in filmmaking, only sins. And the cardinal sin is dullness. Frank Capra. The characters in my films try to live honestly and make the most of the lives they've been given. I believe you must live honestly and develop your abilities to the full. People who do this are the real heroes. Akira Kurosawa. If there's specific resistance to women making movies, I just choose to ignore that as an obstacle for 2 reasons. I can't change my gender, and I refuse to stop making movies. Catherine Bigelow. A story should have a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. Jean-Luc Godard. A film is, or should be, more like music than like fiction. It should be a progression of moods and feelings. The theme, what's behind the emotion, the meaning, all that comes later. Stanley Kubrick. The biggest mistake in student films is that they are usually cast so badly with friends and people the directors know. Brian De Palma. Although I write screenplays, I don't think I'm a good writer. George Lucas. A lot of times you get credit for stuff in your movie that you didn't intend to be there. Spike Lee. People say I pay too much attention to the look of a movie. But for God's sake, I'm not producing a radio for play for today. I'm making a movie that people are going to look at. Ridley Scott. I think audiences get too comfortable and familiar in today's movies. They believe everything they're hearing and seeing. I like to shake that up. Christopher Nolan. My idea of professionalism is probably a lot of people's idea of obsessive. David Fincher.